down tonight, a deadly superbug being reported at a major hospital in Los Angeles. 2 patients confirmed to have it are now dead. 5 others are confirmed exposed, and many more are being warned they may have been exposed as well. We have 2 reports on the story. We want to begin with NBC's Hallie Jackson in L.A. Hallie, what are you hearing?
Lester, we know nearly 200 people have received phone calls from UCLA over the last 48 hours, letting them know about that potential exposure to this superbug. The head of the CDC calls it a nightmare bacteria that's mutated so much, even the most powerful antibiotics can't fight it. Health officials say if it infects the bloodstream, it can be deadly up to half the time. In a late afternoon news conference, reassurance from UCLA officials.
We've implemented a whole new sterilization process that's much more stringent.
179 patients are getting home testing kits from the hospital to see if they caught the same superbug that infected 5 people and possibly contributed to the deaths of 2 others.
Our heart goes out to the people who were involved and the patients who passed away as a result of this infection.
The bug's been traced to 2 medical instruments used in a complex kind of endoscopy called ERCP. It's when doctors use a device called a duodenoscope to examine the upper intestine. But bacteria can get trapped at its tip, making it hard to clean.
This is really the perfect storm. You have an instrument that, on the whole, is difficult to completely disinfect, and at the same time, you have a bug that has become more and more resistant to antibiotics.
Dr. Andrew Ross works at a Seattle hospital where more than 30 patients were recently infected with CRE, and other large outbreaks have happened in Chicago and Pittsburgh.
This is serious. This is not something that is just business as usual.
And a CRE infection can be painful. Barb Tom is still getting treatment after catching the bug 5 years ago from a different surgery.
I was experiencing fevers and not feeling well. It's hard to get rid of it. I can't.
In a new report, the FDA says over the last 2 years, a reported 135 patients had problems with bacterial infections from dirty scopes. That's out of about 1 million procedures. The agency says for most people who have this specialized endoscopy, the benefits outweigh the risks of infection. Hallie Jackson, NBC News, Los Angeles.